Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. Georgetown has yet to reflect its burgeoning fortunes. Deep puddles of water pool on Potmark.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good morning. Welcome to this morning's newscast in Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. Georgetown has yet to reflect its burgeoning fortunes. Deep puddles of water pool on potmarked roads. Key heritage buildings are in sore need of fresh paint, and minimum wage workers toil for just over $1 an hour. This was the assessment as reported by Al Jazeera News, which observed that the country saw some of the planet's fastest economic growth last year, more than 43%, according to the World Bank, as new offshore fields started production. According to the Al Jazeera News report, Guyana's drive to develop its oil wealth is colliding with the threat of climate change. It was noted that earlier this year, devastating floods wrecked crops and destroyed thousands of homes. We also recently reported rising sea levels that threaten Georgetown as one of 9 major world cities forecast to be underwater by 2030 if greenhouse gas emissions continue at their current rate, according to the research group Climate Central. In other news, the mayor and city council to this day still awaits a response from the central government about the implementation of its redevelopment project for the Starbuck Market area located in central Georgetown. This project is set to stretch from the old Guyana National Cooperative Bank at Cornhill Street all the way to the Vendors Mall on Water and Robb Streets. The mayor, Ubraj Narain, said that since the PPPC administration took office back in August of 2020, he had gotten no response to this proposal. He noted that he had sent a letter late last year requesting a meeting to discuss matters about the project, and neither the president nor the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development had since responded. Over that time, he had met with a few potential investors to discuss their interest. And moving on, popular Guyanese entertainers, DJs, and proprietors of hits and jams turned building contractors have come out to defend their recent acquisition of a lucrative government deal to build the Bamea Primary School in Region 10, saying despite having no experience in the field of construction, they are qualified in managing money. Statement Investment Inc.'s DJ Raul Ferguson and on Tuesday signed the contract for the construction of a $346 million school. Football promoter Shanghai Major is also listed as one of the company's principals for that new construction company. Ferguson said in their defense, cited Jam Zone, Guyana Carnival, Kashif and Shanghai tournament as proof of their experience in managing projects in the billions of dollars. Region 10 Chairman Darren Adams expressed his disappointment and that the contract was signed without his notification as an elected official of the region. And now let's tell you, the U.S. Civil Affairs team during a recent trip made it to Central Mazaruni, Region 7, and observed that internal parasite infection is prevalent among children living there. That trip was made in early October and is the second one that the U.S. team made to a geographically challenging location in order to identify a suitable area to host a large-scale medical outreach there. The team had hosted a successful medical outreach in Region 1, which saw 2,500 persons benefiting from the services it had provided, and wanted to repeat another one in Region 7. One of the medical issues that residents face in central Mazaruni communities is internal parasite infection, and it is more prevalent among the children. The team identified the parasite affecting the children as tapeworm or fishworm. That should be fish tapeworm. The fish tapeworm is considered to be the largest parasite that infects humans. Humans become infected with the parasite when they eat raw or undercooked freshwater fish that contain fish tapeworm cysts. And moving on, the Small Business Bureau recorded a total of $314.9 million in grant distribution to small business owners countrywide for the year thus far. According to the Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Onij Waldron, the SBB distributed a total of 717 small business grants and hopes to surpass 800 before the end of the year. The minister stated that the budgeted amount allocated to the sector was $250 million, but the extra amount that rolled over from last year's budget allowed the Bureau to distribute more than this year's budget. She stated that she is quite elated that they were able to distribute so many grants, as the Bureau only planned for the distribution of 700. She further acknowledged that since the Bureau was established in 2010, this is the highest number of grants it has distributed. The minister acknowledged that the grant distribution is a countrywide initiative and noted that persons who are out of the Region 4 district are also able to access these funds. And now let's tell you, in a bid to reduce armed robberies in Guyana, President Ali is calling for owners of illegal guns to hand them in now or face stiffer penalties under a new law to be implemented soon. He was at the time speaking of the efforts his government has made so far to reduce crimes and the policies it wants to implement for the reduction to continue. One of these policies that he has in mind is an amendment for persons caught with illegal weapons to face stiffer penalties. Ali believes that one of the main contributors to robbery under arms in Guyana is the existence of illegal firearms. He said that although Guyana has recorded an overall reduction of robbery under arms by 32.4%, there was a sharp increase in Region 1, Region 6, Region 7, and Region 9. And with that, we come to the end of this morning's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or